I'm just astonished that we're so looking in the rearview mirror and not absorbing the progress that we've made in this country and building on it.
We have covered Michele Tafoya's ramblings with white supremacist espouser Tucker Carlson. Think I'm kidding?
Become literally hysterical if you use the term replacement, if you suggest that the Democratic Party is trying to replace the current electorate, the voters now casting ballots, with new people, more obedient voters from the third world. But they become hysterical because that's what's happening, actually. Let's just say it, that's true.
If he really wanted, the one thing he wanted, Megan, in this life was to be a starting quarterback in the NFL, he'd be one right now.
What she did was get out of sports broadcasting and use all the dog whistles to pander to conservative ideals.
I'm going to continue this, and this is the direction I'm headed.
And she did it over.
Why are we even teaching that the color of the skin matters? Because to me, what matters is your character and your values.
Yes, but you know, you live in the United States. You know that color of skin has been mattering to people.
Can't we
for
change
years.
it that it doesn't?
We need white people to step up and do that.
But I think that they've been doing that since the Civil War, and I'm not saying it's perfect.
No, they haven't.
What do you mean they haven't?
And over.
Now the message is that white parents are being ignored when they complain that their children are uncomfortable learning about racism, that their white children don't want to be uncomfortable. Well, let me tell you something. Black kids around this country are stigmatized and are made to feel uncomfortable every single day. And I don't think it's too much to ask white parents to allow their children to learn about the very real history in this country that is still very prevalent, the systemic racism that is still very prevalent in our country. What is so wrong with learning the real history of our country?
And it breaks my heart that my kids are being taught that skin color matters. And to me, if you want white people to step up, I was stepping up when I addressed the school and said, why are we having these picnics for families of color?
And over again. Her latest despicable display came when Tafoya went after the face of Major League Baseball, Shohei Ohtani. You see, Ohtani has caught a lot of flack from big names in sports media.
Even though baseball is an international sport, and I totally get that, it's played in the United States and Canada.
Including the face of ESPN's Stephen A. Smith.
The fact that you got a foreign player that doesn't speak English, that needs an interpreter, believe it or not, I think contributes to harming the game to some degree.
Who many called bigoted remarks. He then did a non-apology apology tour, doubling down on his remarks. After Tafoya, who left sports media to co-chair Republican candidate Kendall Qualls' bid for governor, which he lost to Scott Jensen, she fired off this tweet. At Angels Broadcast, enough with the Ohtani baseball chatter. If I may, enough about Ohtani? Yeah, let's stop talking about the best baseball player right now. If I were on the Angels broadcast and someone told me stop talking about Ohtani, and then I did, I'd be fired. That person who is given that advice would be let go. And let's say hypothetically she were the program director, she would be let go. Stop talking about Ohtani? What? Hey, stop talking about the guy who might repeat as MVP. Stop talking about the guy who is etching himself in the record books right now as we speak, as we are watching history. Just stop talking. What?
All I am is a fiscal conservative who really wants America to come together and for people to be able to realize their potentials and not be told that they're oppressed or that they are an oppressor. That's kind of boils it down for me. I'd like to see some law and order so people don't get hurt.
Michele Tafoya, I feel like we've heard that one before.
There can be no prosperity without law and order.
We have to bring back law and order.
I am your president of law and order.
If I may, you led with your a pro-choice libertarian and you're a fiscal conservative, and then you said, I don't want to believe that one group is oppressed and another party is oppressors, and that is eschewing just, hey, I'm a fiscal conservative. Sociologically speaking, I am a conservative and I believe in law and order. These are all platform issues and slogans of a of a party that is not just fiscally conservative.
Le Batard show producer Mike Ryan Ruiz pushes back, and well, this is what transpired.
You said that you would like to believe, I'm paraphrasing here, that there isn't a group that is oppressed, and there isn't a group that feels like you don't want to feel like there is a group that there are oppressors, right? Can you explain that in your own words, what you mean by that?
Yes, I can. What is being taught in many places, and I don't know if any of you have kids in school. I do. I have 2 teenagers. And that the color of their skin automatically makes them racist at birth.
So she makes this argument that every conservative before her has.
What is your specific problem, once again, with critical race theory? What is one issue in critical race theory that you vehemently disagree with, that you think it's toxic and divisive?
I'd like you first to then define for me critical race theory, because people use that as an umbrella term to capture. Oh, what I'm sorry, I'm affirming something for you?
No, yeah, you are affirming. Like, you and I agree there. I do think that critical race theory is held up as a blanket statement that people don't necessarily have much understanding of. So we're in agreement so far.
Why are you asking? Okay, so you're asking me what I think of, what I have a problem with critical race theory?
Yes, yes, that's a question.
So define it for me then, because I don't think we're always talking about the same thing. When people just throw out CRT, I'd like you to define it for me so I know what you're talking about specifically.
Quite telling, she keeps asking questions instead of answering them.